What is going on, Nuggets Nation NBA fans? My name is Tom Leuthner. Welcome back to another episode of Nuggets Today, presented by Fan Arch. Merry Christmas Eve. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as leave a comment down below. If you guys are returning, thank you guys for watching the episode. Like I continue to say, I think the last 3 days in a row now, the quality and the audio might not be great. I am at work, so I'm trying to just get an episode out for you guys. I will be traveling for the holidays, so I'm going to do my best to get an episode out Christmas Day and Christmas night. Not sure if I'm going to, or the day after Christmas, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. Like I said, I'm going to do my best, try out everything I can. A couple things to talk about in this game. Terrible loss to the Mavericks. Peyton Watson missed three, and we'll get to it in a second. The one thing I think that if you eliminate in the beginning of the game are these Jokic turnovers, and that wins you the game, and it doesn't come down to the stretch. And I know that basketball is a game of runs, and you never really know how the game's going to end if you changed something at the beginning of the game. You don't know if the outcome will remain the same or not. Jokic turned the ball over too much at the beginning of the game, and I think that I don't know how to explain how I think he goes into games. 4 turnovers on the night, most on the Denver Nuggets. I have to check. I believe most on the night. Jokic had the most on the night. So I know that he's a ball-dominant player. He's going to have the ball majority of other players. But the fact that you go into the games not just trying to look to score, if Jokic comes into every single game looking to fully score and be that dominant player offensively, I think that Denver goes into every game up a chunk of points before halftime. I think that's just how it goes. He comes into the game, he looks to score, and then by the end of the second quarter, he'll probably have 15 to 20 points. Not that he doesn't score. I just think he needs to open up the game scoring and then let the passing and the playmaking come from there rather than trying to playmake before scoring. And I know that you want to try to draw the defense away, but draw the defense in first and then try to draw them away. Now, am I telling Nikola Jokic how to play basketball? No, I'm not at all, obviously. He's the best player in the world. But just from a fan's point and a coverage perspective, I think that there has to be a world where Jokic comes out and tries to dominate when it comes to the offensive side. Rather than trying to pass the ball and facilitate to start off the games. We've seen a few games where he's dominated, and he's easily put up the 40 points on the attempted free throws, and I got into the whole argument with him and Shea. So I think there has to be a world where Jokic comes out, and listen, you hit the second most points on the team, 29, 7, and 14. Great game overall. Jamal put up 31, 7, and 14. Another amazing game from Jamal. There just has to be a world where Jokic comes out and just dominates right away, and then that'll lead to open shots for everybody else. And then you get the open shots, and you got to convert. We saw a good amount of open shots, and there's a lot of people that contributed to this win. The only 3 other people who didn't contribute that well, I mean, Cam did, and obviously went down with an injury, and it was a terrible injury. Fell, grabbed his knee, saw a right knee sprain was the latest update. But P. Watt and Spencer Jones offensively were not fantastic today. P. Watt especially misses the biggest shot of the game, doesn't hit a single shot the entire game. All 4 of his points were off of free throws. When you look at the defensive side, no blocks, no steals, 3 turnovers, -9 in the box score, 4 fouls. Not the greatest game from Peyton Watson. The last thing, another thing I want to get into rather with the Nuggets is the rotation. It was nice to see guys like Curtis Jones finally get minutes, and he only played 4 minutes. He didn't do much, but to see him touch the court, he had one turnover, didn't look too confident with the ball. Strother had a lot more playing time, played 12 minutes, 8 and 2, 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. No turnovers, 3 fouls, plus 10 in the box score. Nice to see him get some minutes. Val with the 14 minutes, didn't grab as many rebounds as I'd like. Bruce Brown had himself a game, played 26 minutes, hit 6 of his 7 shots, 6-7. Grabbed 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 23 points for Tim Hardaway off the bench, and I'm going to get into him in a second. The only problem I want to say I had with those rotations was the final shot of the game, realistically, where you have Peyton Watson in the game. Now, P. Watt is around 55% from the corners this year from the three-point line, and he has been one of the most dominant players offensively for the Nuggets so far with the injuries of Cam Johnson, Christian Brown, now Cam Johnson, and obviously Aaron Gordon. And you're in a tough position because there's no Cam Johnson to take that shot, but you come into the game, Bruce is in the game, Jokic is there, Jamal is there, Tim is there, and Peyton Watson. Now, call me crazy, but this game specifically, I would have rather had Julian Strawther in there. I know I'm nuts for saying that. 2 for 3 from the three-point line. He was confident and comfortable from the three-point line this game. Peyton Watson wasn't. He took 1 3, didn't make it. Took 2 shots, didn't make them. He did not hit a single shot this game. So I'm going to rant a little bit. I think that you need to, in that position, put in a guy who is confident that night. Now, Peyton Watson's obviously comfortable from the corner. He is confident from the corner. I just think that there's going to be a lack of confidence in a game when you haven't hit a shot, when you're in foul trouble and you played less minutes this game. I'm not saying Julian Strawther played this this phenomenal game, but he put it 8 and 2. He had more points than Peyton Watson. He had more shots than Peyton Watson. He took more shots than Peyton Watson. Granted, it was only 1, but he did. Peyton Watson's only points were from the free throw line. You can't trust him in that moment. Not that you can't trust him in general. If he's having a 30-point game, it's a different story. I know everybody wants to get into the conversation. Jokic should have took the shot. He had 4 defenders on him. Go watch the video. There's 4 guys on him. He passes out, makes the right move. There just needs to be a guy who's more confident that night in that corner, whether it be Bruce Brown, Strawther, Jamal, Tim, anybody, any other player that was really that great from the three-point line. The only 2 players who took threes, 3 players who took threes and didn't make them, where my boy Jalen Pickett, who had an awful game in the 6 minutes he played, Peyton Watson, and Spencer Jones. So why are any of them in the game at that moment? Just bring in Strawther. Leave Tim in there. Bruce has to stay in. Just take Watson out. If it was a defensive possession, I get it. It's not a defensive possession. You need the offense. Strawther's the guy that I would look to. Not that I want Strawther taking the last shot. But if you're going to put somebody in that moment, in that exact position, and it's not one of the stars on the team for the night, then I think it had to be Strawther, not Watson, that specific position or possession. Call me crazy. I know you guys are going to listen. He shot 55% from the three-point line in that corner. I get it. But like I said, in the night where you're not confident in yourself, you haven't hit a shot yet, or not that you're not confident in yourself, but you're not able to hit a shot in the game, let it be a guy who hit a shot. Now, talking about Tim Hardaway, I think there needs to be a conversation. He's the best Nuggets bench player I think I've ever seen. There's the argument with Bruce and CB in the championship run, but another night of Tim Hardaway hitting 5+ threes. He hit 7 threes, 7 for 12 on the night. I would have loved for him to take that game-winning shot. 23, 2 and 1 off the bench, no turnovers, +4 in the box score. Tim's been a monster. He is easily the best pickup I've seen for the Nuggets in a very long time. Easily the best pickup this offseason. Right next to him is Jonas Valanciunas, which is great. But him to put up 23 and be the third leading scorer on the team, outplaying 3 of the 5 starters, phenomenal job by Tim Hardaway Jr. And the last thing I want to get into is obviously the great game, the amazing game by Cooper Flagg. Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg were able to pick apart the Denver Nuggets team. No doubt about it whatsoever. These 2 guys, they took over. They fully dominated. Cooper Flagg could not miss a shot. He went 14 for 21, 4 for 6 from the three-point line. They combined for 64 points. Cooper Flagg having 33 of them, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, right out of a triple-double. 1 assist, 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Their starting 5 just outplayed the Nuggets starting 5. And it's tough when you have guys like Jaden Hardy, Najee Marshall, and Ryan Nembhard outplaying Cam Johnson, Spencer Jones, and Peyton Watson. But it's the Nuggets. What do you expect? They get these kinds of games all the time. But kudos to Cooper Flagg for truly just having an amazing game. 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, plus 10 in the box score. So great game by Cooper Flagg. You can't really be mad because he was just able to dominate the Nuggets. And, of course, it was going to come in a game where the Mavericks are missing every player that they have that's a rotational player. They're going to lose to those. They're going to lose those kinds of games because that's just how the Nuggets do. But that is all I got for you guys, Nuggets Nation. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to get an episode out for you guys on Christmas. If I'm not able to, Merry Christmas. If you guys celebrate, Happy Holidays, and I'll catch you guys later.